Hello, my dear students. Today, I have another story to share with you. Let me tell you this story. It begins in a quiet little village, nestled between golden hills and silver streams. Not much happened there. Days were slow, and people were kind, but not curious, except for one girl. Her name was Ella. She had wild brown hair that danced with the wind, and eyes that sparkled like morning dew. Ella chased the mystery of rustling leaves and secret paths, while others stayed near the fields and roads. But more than anything, Ella had a heart full of wonder. She always believed that the world was hiding something magical, and she wanted to find it. Every morning, she wandered into the forest behind her home. One misty morning, when the air was thick with silence, Ella heard something strange, a whisper, not the wind. His fur shimmered like pearls, and his eyes sparkled like stars reflected in water. Not the birds, but this wasn't any ordinary rabbit. A real whispering voice. "Help me." She followed the sound and found a rabbit caught in a bush. Ella gently freed him. And then the rabbit stood up on two legs, brushed off his fur, and bowed. She wasn't sure if she should laugh, scream, or run. "Thank you," he said in the softest voice. "An hour because you helped me. I owe you a wish." Ella blinked, but the rabbit waited, calm and still. "I don't need a wish," she said quietly. "I just wanted to help." The rabbit smiled. "That," he said, "is exactly why you deserve one. But choose carefully. One wish can change everything." Ella thought for a moment. Then she said, "I want to find something truly magical." The rabbit's eyes gleamed brighter, heavy, strange. Mushrooms hummed gentle tunes. A brook whispered riddles as it passed. "Very well," he whispered. "Follow the path of petals. And whatever happens, do not turn back." And with that, he vanished into thin air. Trees grew taller and twisted like candy canes. A moment later, glowing flower petals appeared on the ground, winding deep into the forest. Ella followed. The forest changed, framed in gold and silver vines. And it didn't show her face. No, it showed her life. But then the air grew still. Voices began calling from behind her. "Ella, come back. The woods are dangerous." They sounded like her parents, then her teacher, then her own voice, trembling. But she remembered Alaric's warning, so she didn't turn back. She kept walking and walking until she reached a clearing. And there stood a mirror, not castles, still kind, still curious, still strong, not crowns. She heard a whisper through the trees, not an ordinary mirror. It was taller than the trees. Every moment she had ever been kind, every time she had helped someone, every time she had stood up for what was right, is not something you find. It's something you choose to be. Every time she had been brave, and then the mirror showed her future, not riches, just Ella, older. She stepped closer. A voice echoed from the mirror. "Magic," it said, and at that moment she understood. The rabbit hadn't led her to treasure or spells. He had led her to herself. The petals appeared once more, guiding her home, and from that day on, Ella still wandered into the woods, still smiled at strangers, still helped wherever she could. She never saw the rabbit again. But sometimes, when the wind was just right, "Thank you,"